Hello, my name is Brendan White, and I am the president of Troop 8068. I am proud to present the Doubleheader Monologue series under two themes: gray area and living in a man's world. I hope you enjoy it.
You know, I'd say I have a pretty good life. I'm relatively smart. I mean, of course, I'm not the kid everyone calls on when the work is due, and I definitely don't get the best test grades, but I get the work done. I'm relatively popular. Sure, no one comes to me about the new party, and I wouldn't really be considered the popular kid, but I think I'm doing pretty well with myself, at least. I just feel like... never mind, it's not that. No, I just feel like that everyone has so many made-up expectations and boundaries for me that I can't really be myself. And you know what? I think it's crazy how I can do everything that society tells me to do, and I'll still be bullied and picked on. I mean, no one wants to get bullied and picked on after all, so that's why they act the way society wants us to. But what's the point of doing that if we can't even please society? My mom always told me that, son, you should treat everyone the way you want to be treated. It doesn't matter how you feel in the moment, because at the end of the day, it's your job to be a good person. And yeah, that was cool advice for when I was a middle schooler, but I'm grown up now. I'm in the real world, and I'm doing real world things. And the most real world thing that I've realized is that everything that I do is to try to impress myself, because I have problems. And I look at every other thing, trying to find something that I can blame, when at the end of the day, I'm just too blind to face the truth that's in front of me. I'm the issue. I don't feel good enough, so I follow society's boundaries. I don't feel good enough, so I go and take the second role. I don't feel good enough, so I don't do anything with my life. I'm just okay with it. I'm content. You know, they always say that as a black man in America, the only way that you could be loved is if you're able to provide for people. It's if you're able to love someone else. But how can I love anybody else if I don't know how to love myself? Thank you.
My body, my mind, my soul. My body, my mind, my soul. Why do I have to emphasize that these things belong to me? Why do I have to fight so hard to make it known that I don't want sex? I don't want to be catcalled. I don't want to be judged. I don't want your money. I don't want to be manipulated. And I damn sure don't want to be degraded. Why is a simple no, I don't like that so hard to understand? It's like the entitlement runs through their veins. It gives them life. But who are they? They're men. The same men who are supposed to be our friends, our family, sometimes even our significant others. They never think about that. They see a woman, physically smaller than them, who they feel that they control. Beautiful hair, curves, silky smooth skin. Break her down, give their opinion, and damage her mentally. Your hair is too short. You're too big, you're too small, you're too dark, you're too light. I don't like your personality, you're angry. I think you should lose weight. I think you should eat more. You aren't pretty enough. Nobody will love you the way I do. Who do you think you are? Why should you have a say-so on who I am? Did you expect me to change? They claim that they want to know every part of her, but instead they want to know the surface. Touch the surface and leave marks that cannot be covered. It's not yours, it's mine. Your opinion doesn't matter. Don't touch me, don't look at me, let go of me, don't talk to me. And don't you dare tell me it's yours. Because it's not. It's mine, it belongs to me, and I would love to keep it that way.
An event that made me want to protest was the death of Trayvon Martin. When Trayvon Martin died, I was in the 3rd grade, and I didn't really understand the specifics of it all. All I understood was Trayvon Martin was wearing a hoodie, bought some Skittles in Arizona, and someone killed him just for the color of his skin. As a kid, that was frightening for me. That's the first time I realized the world isn't as peaceful and happy as I imagined it, and that instead there's a lot of evil and hate hidden within it. I remember being angry and sad that he killed him. Also, confused on why he killed him. But most of all, I was scared that the same thing was going to happen to me. At school, they were selling t-shirts with Trayvon's picture on it, and me and my mom bought one. The next day, our school had an assembly, and all the kids at our school agreed to wear our shirts, and I was down for it. But then, my mom started thinking of, what if a hateful person sees me with the shirt on and wants to kill me, just for being on Trayvon's side? Which made me a little scared to wear a shirt in general. But the next day, I went to school without wearing my shirt, and I seen all these kids my same age wear these shirts to show awareness for what happened to that king. It really spoke to my heart. All of these people standing side by side up proudly for Trayvon. It made me want to do better for my community, that I have an obligation to. I'm sad that I let my fear push me away from standing with my community, especially since so many put their fears aside to stand for me. Thank you.
Imagine being told that you aren't pretty or that you aren't acceptable because of your skin color. In today's society, that's how life is for dark-skinned females. I'm told that being dark-skinned automatically makes you loud, rough, and ghetto as compared to being light-skinned, you're soft and delicate and easy. Not saying that that's a compliment towards light-skinned women. It just sucks to hear men, not just any man, black men, say that their preference is light-skinned and lighter with curly hair and or mixed. Especially when the mother that birthed these black men are dark-skinned themselves. Having a preference isn't a bad thing, but in the process of choosing what you like and what you want, you don't have to bring down another skin tone in the process. Because in the truth of it all, women are all equal. Women are beautiful in any complexion, and we should not be judged on how we would act based solely on how light or dark we are. I would watch these interviews on YouTube where they go around asking strangers about their preference. Not me being a 17-year-old dark-skinned girl, I would secretly hope that their preference would be dark-skinned. Knowing that it wouldn't, I continue to watch anyway. And as the answers flow, I hear about 8 people say light skin, 5 people say brown skin. And as I continue to hear everything but dark skin, my soul slowly begins to chip away. I come to the realization that I do not look like these other girls. I'm not light skinned, I'm not the skinniest, and my hair is so curly that the shrinkage would make you think I'm bald. But that's okay because I'm comfortable in my own skin. My own dark skin, and I would not be brought down by the standards of anyone, let alone a man, and you shouldn't either. So to men and to society, I say forget your standards, because I could care less. Thank you.
Oh no, I can't right now. No, I'm broke. No, I'm broke. Like seriously, I'm so broke right now. Bro, yes, I have a house. But I'm not up in aerial heights or something, you know? The floors creak when you walk, and sometimes the wildlife likes to shack with us. Yes, I do have a car. It's a 14-year-old Focus with a check engine light that blares so bright, it's like the headlights are turned around. All right, yeah, I'm fed. But most nights that's cereal and noodles. Look, don't get me wrong. Okay, I could be doing a whole lot worse. I could be living in a box with the lizards and squirrels and have to walk everywhere I go days without eating. I understand that. But you see, that's the mindset that the higher ups want you to adopt. Complacency. I'm serious. I'm serious. A but at least complex. You know? Like, well, I may not have this, but at least I got this. Or I may not be at that point up there, but hey, at least I'm not down there. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanna reach this. But hey, at least I'm not where this is anymore, you know? It's when I'm saying that I'm broke, it's not because I'm ungrateful for what I have. It's because I realize that my ceiling is a lot higher than my rock bottom is low. Yeah. And I've been blessed to have PlayStation and speakers and food and a house and a bed to sleep in. I understand that. And I'm grateful for everything that I have. But I know that I want so much more. You know, I'm just tired of teetering the line. Right now, it kind of feels like I'm stuck. You know, like I'm caught in between. Caught in between opportunity and oppression. I'm caught in between motivation and depression. I'm caught in between this healthy household and a struggling family. I'm caught in between humanity and insanity. I'm on the brink. I'm on the cusp. I am tiptoeing the line. And I just want security. I mean, I have dreams. Why can't I chase them and just have to worry about being good enough? Why? I want to change the corruption in this world, but how can I do that if I can't overcome the corruption that's thrust upon me? Seriously, I feel 4 steps from this irreversible mental decay and 4 years from anything that seems like success. Why? Why can't I chase my dreams too? I mean, I feel like I'm just stuck in this void every day of my life. I'm just coming closer to this inevitable detriment. I'm stuck. I'm caught, and I can't walk, and I can't move, and I can't talk. I can't breathe. I'm caught in between. I can't spot you today. I'm broke right now. Thank you.
Okay, Lisa's on her way. We shouldn't be out that late, just till like 3. Cole already has his pajamas on, and all I have to do is tuck him in. 6 years old is still young enough to get tucked in, okay, Peter? I mean, all you have to do is just talk to him about his day for a few minutes, and then he goes right to sleep. You know what? Maybe I'll do it. I'm better at that stuff anyways, but I'm starting to worry about that. I think he's starting to expect just me for things and just you for others. Like, never us together anymore. You know, just because we're separated doesn't mean that we aren't still co-parents, you know? Like, we're still his mom and his dad. All the responsibility doesn't just fall on me now. I don't understand how so many kids, like, it's normal for them to grow up without dads, but, like, if the mom goes out for one night, like tonight, it's a problem. Like, all of a sudden the kid's a psychopath, you know? Like, that's not my fault. I don't know. I deserve tonight, you know? I deserve one night where I can just go out and be Joan, not Cole's mom, not the mom on the PTA board, you know? Like, I already give everything. Everything I do is for his benefit. I moved an hour away from my job so he could go to a better school. I got that tattoo covered up because I don't want him getting one too early. These shoes that I'm wearing barely fit. But I'm afraid to get new ones because he might need that money to go on a field trip. And I just want him to have everything. But, like, I want my own things too, Peter. Like, you don't understand. It's like people are expecting more from me than they are from you. Not that you're a bad dad or anything. You're a fully capable dad. but they still expect me to do more. I'm not trying to, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, there's a difference between me and you. And even Peter is starting to expect more from me than he does from you. You know what? I deserve this. I deserve to be able to be myself, and maybe you should take him for a while sometimes, you know? And it's not like I don't love my son. I love him more than anything, but sometimes I need time for myself. Like, I deserve to be able to go out and party every now and then, you know? You know what? Never mind. Never mind, Peter. It's fine. No, it's fine. Go home. I'm just gonna call her and tell her that I cancel. Yeah, let me go check on Cole. Yeah, it's fine.
You know, when I used to think about struggle, often I would think about the black struggle, over policing, prisoning, and etc. And often that would dovetail into me thinking about other things like women's rights and gay rights and the environment, etc. And anyone that was around me at the time would know that that wasn't exactly a pretty sight. But one thing that got me through it was my granddad and his philosophy. Now, my granddad was a physicist, and he always studied things like time and space and whatever. It was always a lot of cool stuff, but it always over my head. And one time he would talk about, very often, he would talk about space, time, and how linear it is. He would talk about how the past and the present and the future are all ideas we have in our human brains to perceive them, and how everything that has happened, that is happening, that will happen, is happening. I know it's strange, but he would explain that it's happening at the same time, and that the future is happening now as the past is, as is the present. Now, you'd be asking, okay, what's that to do with racism? And the thing is, that wasn't the only thing he thought about. Because my granddad was a spitting optimist. He always had faith in people. You know, he saw things much worse than I ever did, but he still had faith in the human condition. He never let the ideas of apathy eat away at him. He always saw the people that he met in his life, the good people that cared, the people that were willing to listen, to give a hug when it was needed. You talk about the teachers who spent hours and hours of their day just helping one kid in one of their 6 classes not fail. You talk about all the communities that come together to bring food for people that didn't have anything. You talk about the idea of optimism. You talk about all of the people that try so hard to get through the day. People across the globe that sacrifice day in, day out, whether because they need to, because it's the right thing to do. And he believed firmly that all of those people far outweighed the worst. Even the right for justice. And while it was often hard for me to understand, it helped. So he would tell me about that and the time thing. And while it didn't really square with me, it seemed to give him some comfort. And that wasn't enough for me at the time. But now, here I am, talking about him in past tense, and it makes more sense to me. I'm weirdly comfortable. Because in his mind, the human race was flawed but had boundless potential. All of us, as a species, were capable of doing so many amazing things, and never with a hint of hesitation did he ever think otherwise. He was so convinced that the future was better, the future was meant for all of us, that he never felt any pain in thinking about it. So, to comfort himself, he thought about time. He thought about how, right now, that future exists. The future that we only dare to dream about exists right now, in some pocket in the universe. Right now, there's some kid who's born right now who doesn't have to deal with racism or sexism or homophobia or bigotry or poverty or anything. And that kid has boundless potential. And that kid never has to worry about that. God, that's a nice knot. It's a really nice knot. So, if you don't believe me or don't believe my granddad, that's okay. You know, future's whatever, your fate's whatever we make it. It's fine, but if you don't, but just promise me something. If any of that sounds cool to you, make it happen. Never lose your faith in justice. And what's right. Never lose that spit of hope. That just keeps us going, but keeps us alive. And never, ever lose your faith in humanity, in the common good, in good people. If you don't want to believe me, then that's fine. Or you can believe my granddad. He's the one who went to college. Thank you.